I am HM Moyeenudin, Assistant Professor from School of Hotel and Catering Management of Vistas. The topic is front office. Front office it is a department in hotel which comes in guest contact at times of guest arrival and the last department when they depart from hotel. This department performs the various functions like reservation, reception, registration, information and bill settlement at cash counter. These functions are carried out for resident guest. The guest remains in contact with front desk for information throughout their stay. Thus, we can say that the front office is the hub of hotel operations. This unit is aimed to provide a good understanding between hotel and its guest, further major role in revenue generation. Front office staff roles are related to registering the guest in hotel, taking reservations, preparing for guest services, making relationship with guest, in addition coordinating with housekeeping and other divisions of hotel in order to provide the comfort to the guest. The term front office is used in worldwide and refers to workers interacting directly with the guest because it is initial point of contact during the arrival. As the front office department consists of various operational areas, namely reservations, registration, guest relation, concierge, bell desk, these are the operations being carried out in front office. There is a great attention is given towards the selection of quality professional front office staff. Front office staff remains an extremely visible area and a vital data center for the guest and employees. Throughout the duration of the stay, the staff is primarily answerable for check-in and check-out of guests. In addition, they are also responsible for making and processing reservation requests, maintaining guest accounts, responding to the guest telephone calls, messages, and coordinating with various services of guests. The scope and nature of front desk tasks will change from large hotel to smaller hotels. However, it acts as a main point of contact between the guest and the hotel employees, as the front office tasks are categorized into pre-arrival, arrival, occupancy and departure, or into front office or back office operation. The department is divided into two subsections like front of the house operations, which include taking care of room reservations, registration of the guest, billing and settling visitor charges, etc. Back of the house activities includes overseeing visitor accounts, rate check or preparing guest bills and reports. A guest interaction with hotel is divided into following these activities like pre-arrival, arrival, occupancy and departure. Pre-arrival means where the guest planning to book a room at a hotel. Thus the process start with finding about information related to the hotel and its facilities. Therefore they look forward to the information available on the internet, websites, through travel agents or through online travel agents, which is otherwise called as OTAs. Also can reserve through phone calls or emails. Through these are the methods they used for registering reserving a room into hotel, and the guest can stay based on their locations also being available using online travel agents. When the guest interaction happen with the hotel front desk employees, the front office staff software records the guest information such as name, age, contact number, probable duration of the stay from room reservation and so on. If the guest booking their room throughout OTA, then these details automatically transfer to hotel property management system. In regard with their personal details and their cash payments, which is also termed as PIA, which is being carried out in reservation time. And the next section is arrival. Here this is the time where the guest arrives to front desk at the entrance of the hotel. The bellboy gets the baggage from the main lobby, and receptionist greets and welcomes and receive them to check whether the guest have a reservation or not. For guests with confirmed reservation, the pre-filled guest registration card is presented to the guest for signatures and to fill any information that was not previously shared. For a guest with no reservation, that is a walk-in guest, the receptionist presents the tariff card and then explains the types of rooms facilities available in hotel. On confirmation of the guest preference, the registration formalities is commences. Once the registration is completed, the guest is handed over the welcome kit and the room keys, and the bellboy or executive takes the guest to the allocated room. At the same time, the guest is created a hotel system known as guest folio or guest account, where all the charges and payments are posted in the next stages. Then another stage is occupancy. Here, the posting of various charges for services used by the guest, payments made by guest through room bill or any other updated bill settlements in the hotel. There are plenty of outlets in hotel, and like restaurant, room service, and banquets, conference hall. These bills being taken and which is settled in the guest account. Any mails and messages received from the guest when he or she is away from the room, that is processed and delivered with confidentially. The staff also ensure that the room keys are assigned to the correct individual by asking for key card. Every time when the need arises, the services like booking a taxi, booking travel tickets, booking tickets for special events, and babysitting, local sightseeing, etc., which is being provided on the request of the guest. Another stage is departure, where the guest suggests to vacate the room, and it which includes the preparation of final bills and presentation of bills, receipt of payments, and demonstration of payments for settlement, apart from creation of guest history card. The bills which are not settled in full or processed with necessary documents collected from the departing guest for transferring them to the accounts department for follow-up. The guest record then gets changed to non-guest record. The baggage is picked up and loaded into guest vehicle by the bell desk porters, and if any facility like a drop is needed to the airport or to the nearest transit point, the transport is provided based on the guest request. Now, this is all I told about registration. In terms of reservation, there are bookings instantly taken in peer property management system. Thus, immediately you can know whether the particular type of rooms requested is available or not, along with the other facts like the type of room available on that day, room location and facilities, room rates, and also whether the guest is a regular guest or not regular guest. The reservation booking along with guest information is forwarded to front office section. Thus, front office knows about advance bookings and receives client information very quickly. A central reservation system, which is otherwise called as CRS of the hotel, helps a guest to book and know the status of his or her booking in any group hotel. The group hotel can be national or international, but CRS gives quick and reliable information on room availability to the guest. There are different types of reservation like guaranteed reservation, non-guaranteed reservation, and tentative reservation. Guaranteed reservation include that the hotel will hold a room for the guest until a specific time of guest scheduled arrival date. The guest must provide a method of payment. If the hotel fails to provide the room for a guaranteed reservation, legal penalties can be applied if the guest files a complaint. If the guest does not show up any cancel properly, the guest will be charged for one night accommodation. The reservation can be guaranteed by prepayment through credit card, advance deposit, through travel agent voucher, or corporate billing. So another way of reservation is a non-guaranteed reservation that agrees to hold a room for the guest until stated reservation cancellation hour. On the day of arrival, it is common for hotels planning on full occupancy or nearing full occupancy to accept any guaranteed reservation once a specific number of expected arrival is achieved. Then the another one is tentative reservation. We can say it as a which is under the waiting list. The guest has been reserved a room, but still it is not confirmed. That is called as a tentative reservation. Sources of reservation is like through central reservation system (CRS), global distribution system, which is otherwise called as GDS, cluster reservation through office, and through online travel agents, tour operators, like that. Central reservation system, it is a computerized reservation system that controls and maintains the reservation for several hotels in one location, automatically redirect the reservation to the required hotel. The majority of the groups belongs to one or more central reservation system. A reservation system is composed of a central reservation office, member hotels connected together via communication devices, and potential guests. It exchanges room availability information with members of hotels. Central reservation office offers its services 24 hours, and central reservation charges or fee for the utilization of the services. A flat fee and a variable fee is offered. Global distribution system, it is also a computerized system which reserves the rooms for the guest in a stored data and retrieved from multiple organizations. Selling hotel rooms is accomplished by connecting the hotel reservation system with the GDS. GDS have become a powerful force in hotel reservation system. OTA or inter-cell agencies, we can say. Inter-cell agencies are special types of central reservation services to handle reservation for more than one product, like airline ticketing, car rental, or hotel room reservation. So there are different types of bookings again here, like based on the groups, like tour, for conference, for charity groups, for flight crews, and sports groups. Registration. Registration, guest registration means that the guest is received at the hotel, and then the receptionist on duty completes the formalities like signing of registration card, collection of photo, ID, passport, visiting card, advance deposit collection, and pre-authorization and services of welcome drink and allocation of rooms to these guests. In the semi-automated section, here the registration activities are handled at the pre-arrival stage, while in the manual system they are conducted at the arrival stage. So creating the registration record is being done first, and then the assigning the room rate and fulfilling the guest request. At the semi and fully automated system, guests with reservations experience a quick and rapid check-in method, due to which information collected by reservation department, the reservation process is very quicker. However, at the manual system, it is convenient to pre-register guests at the reception for VIP or groups. For VIPs, even under manual system, need to be filled different than other guests. Moreover, groups reservation, even though time consuming at the time of arrival. Lastly, whatsoever operating system the hotel opts for, all walk-ins shall be registered at the arrival stage of the guest cycle. Next process is registration process after reservation. In registration, there are multiple activities are being carried out, like a guest can be pre-registered using the information collected during the reservation process. Pre-registration normally involves producing registration cards in advance of the guest arrival. Room assignment is done. Creation of guest folio, preparing meal coupons for groups, placing orders for welcome drinks, providing flowers, bouquets, and a complimentary fruit basket and special items to be placed in the guest room before the arrival of the guest. These are the activities carried out during the pre-registration process. Creating the registration record. Once the guest arrives at the hotel, the front desk agents creates a registration record, which is a collection of important guest information. The registration requires the guest to write down his or her name, address, and other information in manual system or in case of walk-in guest, and in and it may be pre-printed if the guest comes with advanced reservation in automated system like property management system PMS. And you can see during the time of registration there are some details to be taken, like name, phone number, and through which the guest is coming, like any travel agency, details of the travel agency which is being provided in the property management system module, and the details being entered during the time of reservation. The details already been transferred to the registration, or if the guest comes as a walk-in, these details are taken, like name, first name, phone number, company name, address, and date of arrival, date of departure, and type of room, type of plan. All these details being taken by a front office assistant. The format used during the check-in of the guest or guest registration card or C form. Registration card is filled by guest during check-in. It is very important document where a front desk agent gets all the information about the guest. A registration card consists of name of the guest, address, organization, nationality, and arrival time and date of departure, expected date of departure, purpose of visit, type of room, room number, and number of persons, and the room rate, etc. Nowadays, the details required in C form are also combined in DRC, thus eliminating the need for filling up and signing. The passport and visa details are filled in the guest registration card with additional columns for getting the vital information for foreigners or NRIs. The original copy is sent as C form and the duplicate copy is retained as a registration card. Checkout process. Checkout point is the last contact a guest will have with the property, and experience at the point will determine what kind of impression will a guest carry with him or her. In other words, if it is smooth, guest will carry pleasant memories. Thus, to make this point more efficient without error, you shall divide it into three parts, like guest during the time of guest vacating the room, or the during the time the guest is settling their bill, and during the guest departure. Guest vacating the room usually depends upon the hotel checkout time. Usually the checkout time is 12 noon to 12 noon checkout. Sometimes depends on the availability of the rooms and the type of client. The checkout time can be extended for the guest or special request. Following a routine checkout time helps the hotel, since the housekeeping can prepare the room for the next guest. Still, there are small hotels which provide the guest with flexible checkout time. In these cases, next guest allotted this room has to be wait into lobby, because the upkeeping time of the rooms takes time for creating the guest accounts. there are different types of accounts during the time of cash settlement. You can see the bill settlement is the next important component of checkout process. Usually the bills are updated during the night so as to provide the bills for guests checking out early in the day. It is available to ask the guest before the time when he or she would be checking out to ensure that the staff has some idea when the guest would be checking out and have a bill ready at own account settled by the guest. The bill would include the room service charges as well as any other unpaid bills for services rendered by different departments of the hotel. Yet the settlement of the bill can be sometimes as the guest would like to recheck the bill before making the payment, or may the payment be credited to the account of the company whom the guest is representing. The actual guest departure, however, take place only when the guest returns the key and leaves the premises. The guest is provided with transportation if required and paid for. The guest folio created is updated for future use. Is for especially in electronic front office. In modern age of computerization, front office is becoming very important to provide efficient, effective and reliable services to the guest. With the optimum use of technology, the computerization of front office is a part of property management system wherein all the departments of the property hotel are linked to mainframe. It is important to state here that the electronic front office department does not work independently, but it also connected with other departments of the hotel. Clearly illustrates the interdependence of front office with other departments of the hotel. Let us now discuss the significance of computerization and consequent interdependence of the front office with other department. This electronic property management systems, which is a fully automated property management system, have the ability to manage the yield management. The purpose of yield management system is to maximize the room occupancy while at the same time realizing the best average room rate. Yield management needs to be considered a variety of reports at different situations, since the room rate is adjusted keeping in mind that the room rate of the hotel during the same period and in the previous period. The bills generated by the computerized property management system are helpful for making the decisions, and the registration also done through this automatic property management system when the guest information is taken in during reservation, and thus the guest only needs to sign in during the time of checkout. Remote check-in facilities at airport are also becoming popular. The use of plastic or paper key is also becoming very popular. Once the guest is assigned the room, it is automatically printed. Simultaneously, the lock configuration of the allocated room is changed to suit the unique key. This means that open checkout, or should the guest inadvertently lose their key, the lock is reprogrammed and that any lost key or key belonging to the previous guest will not be able to be used. And another benefit of using property management system, fully automated property management system, has energy management system, is otherwise known as EMS. This ensures the regulated use of energy once the guest comes into the hotel with a special facilities like electronic door locking, and the EMS activates the power to the room, which includes the room lights and ventilation. As the guest leaves the room after a short delay, the power supply is switched off. The front office needs to notify the guest upon arrival about the EMS. So telephone accounting system is another benefit of using fully automated front office management system. This here the guest can make direct calls from their room without going through an operator. This means privacy and better service for the guest and less work for the hotel staff. The calls details are recorded and call charges are posted to the guest bills. Then checkout, fully automated checkout system allows the guest to review their account, and the guest can check and verify the bill and their checkout from the room. The actual settlement of the bill takes place on the reception when the client pays for their visit. As a result, a lot of time will be saved, and there won't be long queues of guests waiting to check out, especially during early morning hours of the day. So auditing, computer checks the rechecks the various posting of changes. It also cross check balances with amounts paid on the reception. The functions being taken care of night auditors greatly reduced the workload for the morning staff. So reporting, the reports also taken through this electronic property management systems like guest folio. Guest folio is consists of the room rate along with the bills which is been raised for various services rendered by hotel. So altogether it is otherwise also called as a master bill of all the guest transaction, which is called as guest folio, which could also be split into two folios, like one bill for room rate and other bill for food bill, like that. Some guests, they prefer to go with the split folio. So this is about front office operations and the department of front office. Thank you.